So the storytelling, that's something that we find our listing agents aren't thinking about. And before that, this is a little bit of a sensitive subject, but who is it for? Now, you can't steer. I know we don't want to do steering, but every top listing agent that is really good at marketing, like Ryan Searhan, knows who his ideal buyer is for that property. Internal, okay? But it informs how you do that storytelling. You're going to tell that story for a particular audience. So as the listing agent, you should walk the property, you should know the area, you should be looking at the comparables.
Understand the demographics.
Understand, again, got to be careful with steering, but in your head, you should understand
who it appeals to,
who this appeals to.
I have in my notes about the story about your dad's home in like a minute. Tell us what worked.
We had a home in the family trust, my grandfather's home, that was in probate, needed to be sold, and we found it was a very unique property. It was a turn of the century home. It was built in 1900, so it wasn't for everybody, but it was just outside of Washington, D.C., and it was actually 2 lots combined into one, and it had some unique features that only a certain type of buyer would find valuable. That feature ended up being an alleyway in the back of the property that led to it, and an old abandoned garage that was all the way back on the back part of the property by the alleyway. So the person that ended up buying it had his own auto mechanic business. So for him, it was perfect. He could bring all of his cars in, load them up in the back, and then convert that back garage into his work area. Another, let's say a white-collar worker with a family wouldn't find that value in that property. They would want a newer property.
Move-in ready,
more amenities. Wouldn't be a good fit. For this particular buyer, it was a perfect.